Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final night of boxing here at the Cosmic Gym as we get set for the beginning of what is going to be a hectic 17 bout card here. And this is the final night. All these boxers here, those who have been in the ring since Tuesday, qualifying up to this point. And we want to welcome you viewers. Welcome to Axe Television Network, the official station for the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association. And our first bout on tonight is Kyle Johnson from Golden Fist. And he is coming up against Anil Lutchman. Both boxers, actually, they reached the final by way of walkover. Walkover means that the opponent for some reason didn't make weight or didn't turn up. So actually this is the first time for these two boxers in the ring. So Lutchman from the Fine Line Fight Factory, he has Rhea Ramnarine in his corner. And so we see Johnson there trying to establish that jab, coming in there with a right hand, but it's met by the gloves of Lutchman. Lutchman walks in, but stopped there by two punches there. Another right hand there from Johnson. Lutchman coming in there with a nice combination of punches, and both boxers tying up each other, but a good combination coming from Lutchman. Lutchman seems to be very patient, whereas Johnson seems to be the faster. Slapping left there from Johnson. Trying again with that jab there. Keeping that jab into the face of Lutchman. Lutchman with a swinging right hand there. Got caught there with a right hand is Lutchman. But still stands in front of Johnson. Yes, both boxers clinch. Again, we see Johnson there continue keeping a straight right there from Johnson. A jab from Lutchman there. Not much power. A swinging right hand. A swing right hand again from Lutchman. And Lutchman, smart thinking there by Johnson, because stopping Lutchman in his tracks there after unleashing two good right hands there by Lutchman. So far, this is a competitive fight here between Lutchman and Johnson. A right again from Lutchman. A right again from Lutchman. As a left to the head by Johnson. And Johnson tries to work the body here, but good defending there by Lutchman. Lutchman receives a here, and Lutchman is taking some shots, but giving some of his own, as Johnson, very smart there, ties up Lutchman there. But Lutchman is taking all that Johnson can offer, but he is dishing out some shots on his own. But I don't think that his coach will be pleased. A right hand from Lutchman. A right from Lutchman as he backs Johnson up against the rope. And Johnson ties him up again. And that's the end of the first round. And I would think that it is going to be a very close here for the judges. But Lutchman coming into his own here midway in the first round here, and did manage to score quite a number of punches here on Johnson. But Johnson is keeping that left jab straight into the face of Lutchman, making it difficult for Lutchman to really get inside. But Lutchman, we saw signs of him getting under that jab. So I know he's going to take the advice of his trainer, Rhea Ramnarine, and we definitely will be seeing a better second round here from Lutchman.
Seconds away, round two.
So if you're now joining us, viewers, this is Axe Television Network, and we are here at the Cosmic Boxing Gym in Maribel for the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association 2015 National Championship. So the beginning of round one sees this right from Lutchman. Johnson walks straight in, but Johnson unleashing a uppercut there, but backing off is Johnson. Continues to pepper that Lutchman with that jab. Good movement there from Johnson to evade the right hand of Lachman. A right from Lachman. A right from Lachman, stopping Johnson in his track. What Lachman has to be careful about when he throws the right hand, he's leaving himself open. So he needs to be careful as Johnson continue. And again, we see Lachman there stretching to get that right hand going. He needs to close the distance and get under the jab and should do some damage on Johnson. Johnson keeping that jab in the face of Lachman, but is not doing anything. Is not, and there we see Lachman there as he a right from Lachman, a swinging right from Lachman. Lachman walking there to a right hand, a left hand from Johnson, not really hitting the target, a right hand from Lachman. A swinging right from Lachman misses the mark. Some defensive work there by Lachman. A right from Lachman. And both boxers clinches. Again, we see Lachman there still a bit lunging from too far. Lachman needs to close the distance here. And I'm sure he can do some damage with that right hand. Johnson, on the other hand, the jab is not as effective as it was in the first. A left from Lachman. A right from Lachman. As Johnson... A right from Lachman. A right from Lachman again. And Lachman is definitely a right from Lachman. So Johnson suddenly has lost some of his sting that we saw and the effectiveness of that jab. We are not seeing it here in the second round. He's just depending on that one. Right, well, we see Johnson here. Right from Lachman sends Johnson back. A left, a right, a stinging right from Lachman. Stinging right there coming from Lachman. And Johnson ties him up there. 10 minutes remaining. And that's the end of the second round here. And a much better second round here for Lachman. But looking at Lachman in his corner, he looks a bit winded here, but definitely a good comeback there by Anil Lachman here in the second round, and I think definitely that round would have gone to Lachman. So I think the third and final round definitely is going to be very interesting because I think it's a close bout. Definitely it's a close bout. And whoever wins the third and final round will win this bout. So let's see if Johnson can recover, because definitely what we saw from Johnson in the first round was lacking in the second round. Lachman already up on his feet. Lachman a left from Johnson. So it's back with Johnson. Again, Lachman needs to close that distance. So both boxers just feinting each other with that left jab. A right from Johnson. Lachman needs to get active here. He's not doing anything. Maybe he did a bit too much in the second round and he's a bit winded. So a combination there thrown by both boxers as they again continue with their shadowing of each other there. I think Lachman needs to go for broke here and we see Johnson continues, and Johnson is scoring with those jabs. It might not be heavy punches, but he's, and a right from Lutchman, and a stinging right from Lutchman. But Johnson is scoring with the jab, so Lutchman needs to be not being complacent here, but he needs to score some punches here, because Johnson punches might not be power punches, but the jabs is scoring. A left from Johnson. And so far, Johnson having a great run here in the third round. A right from Lutchman. A right and a left there, and Johnson is back up against the rope. But smart boxing there by Johnson as he holds Lutchman there. But two of the better punches thrown by Lutchman so far. Lutchman needs to put some pressure here. A left from Johnson. Lutchman has to go for broke here. A jab from Johnson. Lutchman taking too long. A left from Lutchman. A right from Lutchman. So the crowd here is getting a left from Johnson. But Lutchman definitely, if Lutchman loses this bout here, he will have himself to blame, because he should be attacking more. And that's the end of the third and final round. And definitely a good third round here by young Kyle Johnson, using his jab to great effectiveness. And Lutchman, on the other hand, maybe a bit too hesitant on getting in. And
put your hands together for the 2015 National Champion.
And the 2015 champion in the 69 kg category. And Kyle Johnson is the 2015 national champion, defeating Anel Lutchman here. But it could have gone either way. But I think it came down to the third and final round, where Johnson used his jab to great effectiveness, and that is where the judges saw, and gave him the points. So a good opening bout here for the finals of this 2015 championship. So if this is setting the stage, we can rest assured that we will see some good boxing for the balance of the afternoon. So again, viewers, if you are now joining us, let me welcome you to the grand finals of the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association Championship. We have been here for the last couple of days, bringing you all the action leading up to the grand finals, where the champions will be crowned tonight. We already saw Kai Johnson picking up the first medal for tonight in the 69 kg. And coming up in bout number 2, we have Shakir Fleming from the Cosmic Boxing Gym, and Joshua Prescott. Prescott is hailing from Rough House Boxing Gym. Shakir Fleming, he won his bout on Saturday night with a walkover. His opponent didn't turn up. And on Friday night we saw Joshua Prescott. He also
from Cosmic Boxing Gym
got a victory over Andrew Brute. What we will call really wasn't a really classic boxing bout. Prescott a bit unorthodox with some low tactics.
I dub him the Crouching Tiger.
And Shakiri Fleming,
Joshua
well,
Prescott.
Fleming is going to be tasting action
The man in the
for
ring,
the first
referee
time
judge,
tonight because remember he won his bout over his opponent by way of a walkover. So as we get into the 81 kg novices class, we have Fleming in the red and Prescott in the blue corner. Prescott eyeing his opponent, so that's the start of this again, and we see Prescott in his familiar stance very low. And I think if Fleming is smart, and at least we are seeing that he's punching downwards, and he's a bit taller, so he can really on a right from Prescott, and Fleming comes back with a right of his own. So I know that Prescott is definitely not going to have it easy, but he is really taking the action to Fleming. We saw Prescott there manhandling Brute on Friday night. And Fleming there walking into a right, like a glancing right, a left from Prescott. And good work there by Fleming trying to work the body of Prescott. Fleming keeping his guard up with that. Trying to get an uppercut going there is Fleming. Fleming trying to work the body and backs up Prescott up against the rope. So it's back with the action here, and still we see a looping right hand there from Prescott. Shakiri trying to right from Shakiri, and comes in, and a left from Shakiri, and he's trying to beat the body of Prescott, but he needs to be careful because Prescott appears to be a strong young man, so he needs to be careful that he doesn't outbox himself. This is only the first round. We're still inside the first round. Most of Prescott punches are being blocked by the arm of Fleming. We get set here now for the second round in this bus, the second bout of tonight's card. Shakiri Fleming in the red against Joshua Prescott in the blue. A right from Prescott, and Prescott has opened his second round here like a man on a mission, and but still we see. I would say that Fleming is fighting a sensible fight here, evading some good head movements there, getting from the punches of Prescott. But he needs to close the distance because he's staying from the outside, and a right from Prescott, and Fleming stands in front of Prescott. But Fleming can do some more damage if he just close the distance, use the jab and counters with the right hand. Prescott definitely starting to show some signs of tiredness. A punch to the body there by Fleming. And Prescott comes back with a right. Fleming still throwing a lot of unorthodox punches. His punches needs to be a bit straighter. The punches are coming way from the outside, and I am sure that Prescott is seeing a right from Prescott, and that is the problem with Fleming. When Fleming throws the punch, it's coming so far from the outside, and he is not in a good position, so Prescott is taking advantage to counter those punches. A swinging left there, right actually from Prescott, missing the mark, and the referee nearly got caught here with a blow. But midway in the second round here, Fleming looking the stronger of the two boxers. Prescott breathing heavy from the mouth, and if a right, a left, and Prescott is against the rope, but comes off nicely there to evade further punishment from Fleming. Fleming needs to get his punches a bit straighter. Swinging right there and I think that is one of the main reasons why Prescott is going to be exhausted, because a tremendous effort is being used up there with those swinging lefts and right. A good right there from Fleming. A right from Prescott sends the head of Fleming, but Fleming recovers nicely, but it's been tagged there again, and that's the end of exciting second round there between Sha'Carri Fleming and Joshua Prescott. And both boxers didn't waste time, and both boxers exchanging lefts and rights, and Prescott is having a good opening round here, and he's tagging Fleming. Fleming has been tagged repeatedly in the opening second here, and again Prescott comes through the middle, and Fleming definitely will have to do some work here, because in the opening of the round here, Prescott definitely landing some bombs here. Fleming waiting a bit too long there, and a looping right there by Prescott. Fleming grimacing. I don't know if he's tired or what he is. And again, that's Prescott. So Prescott, one must be given credit here, shown a lot of heart. A left from Prescott there. A left. Fleming tried. Again, I'm stressing that Fleming is in some trouble. It appears that he was caught with a low blow, but nevertheless, he is going to be given a standing 8 count, and I think if he needs to win this bout here, he needs to attack Prescott now. A right from Prescott. A right from Prescott. Prescott is definitely piling on the pressure here and throwing some bombs here, and Fleming, it seems to be out here. His punches lacking any power, and Prescott swinging from all angles, some missing, some connecting. A left from Prescott, a right from Prescott. Fleming trying to counter here. He backs him up against the rope, but he lets him escape there. Is a left from Prescott. Prescott is exhausted here, but he's still giving it his all here. Again, we see Prescott here, backs Fleming up against the rope. Both boxers swinging and missing. And that's the end of the third and final round. Another competitive match here. And I would think that definitely Joshua Prescott there showing tremendous heart there in the third round. And I wouldn't be surprised if he is awarded the win here in this bout. So we standing by for the decision in this bout, but nevertheless, again, novice bout here. These guys just starting their career in the sport of boxing and showing tremendous heart there is young Joshua Prescott.
To the center of the ring, please, boxers. Give them a round of applause.
Well, we get set here for the crowning of the national champion here in the 91 kg novice. And
81 kg novices class champion 2015 goes to the blue corner, Joshua Prescott.
And Joshua Prescott is the new 81 kg 2015 champion here with his decision over Shakiri Fleming. Well, viewers, we are still here at the Cosmic Boxing Gym in Marabella, and we continue the action, and we have the women. This is in the 60 kg category. We have coming out in the red corner, Chantel Adams from the Fine Line Fighting Factory, and she is coming up in against in the blue corner.
The Cobra Millet.
And this is Shinik Millet. So it's Adams versus Millet, bout number 4, woman 60 kg.
4 rounds, 2 minutes.
So this
1 minute rest.
this bout will go 4 rounds. So we should be seeing the ladies here in action. The first female bout on the final night card, and this is Adams in the red and Millet in the blue. Millet being coached by, again, we have 2 former boxing champions. We have Floyd Trumpet in Millet's corner, and Adams, she is being coached by Rhea Ramnarine. Already Millet, as we see some good left and right there by Arno. Already we are seeing some signs there from Adams that she is no walk over, using both hands nicely there. Good head movement there from Millet. Millet using trying to use a lot of combination lefts and right. Again, backs Millet up, and Millet is up against rope, but walks straight into a right. And Millet is coming back here and trying to apply some pressure here on Adams. But Adams seems nice jab there by Adams, and keeping that jab there is Adams. Right to the midsection there of Millet. Adams sticking that jab there, and a right from Millet, but Adams seems to be able to take that punch nicely. Both boxers in the middle of the ring. It's great to see young women boxers not only seen and performing as these two. So Millet backs there, but using her feet nicely there. Adams sticking that jab, right from Adams. Boxers clinch. Jab there by Adams. Two wiles, a jab from Adams. And Millett looking at a corner. I don't think Millett seems to be too comfortable right now. A stinging left jab from Adams. Another jab from Adams. Millett being cautioned there, going down a bit low. So a good performance so far by Adams. Left from Millett. Millett is coming back here in the closing seconds of the round here. A great first round here with these two young ladies there. Young Chantel Adams there showing the great skills using the jab. The great effect there is Adams. And it's the start of the second round. But again, we see some. Now, Millett is using the jab nicely, and she's also using both hands. Some will connect, and some is going to miss. But Millett comes back nicely and catches Adams against the rope, and Millett delivering a couple shots of her own. But again, we see Millett there in some discomfort, and I think it's the head guard under her neck that has her, a bit in some discomfort. So it should benefit the both boxers here. More so, Millett got some time to recuperate there. So again, we see Adams continuing using that jab. A lot of head movement, a right from Adams, a left from Adams. Millett moving, bouncing nicely on the ball of her feet. And we see Millett there catching, Adams actually catching Millett. Backs Millett up against the rope. And some very good sportsmanship there by Adams here. Receives a round of applause there for bringing her opponent back into the ring. And Millett is deducted a point for the constant uses of her head here. So, and Adams continues sticking the jab. And lefts and rights from Adams. And I thought Millett was going to be given a standing 8 count, but Adams punching a right from Millett, but she backs off. And again, a shot coming in there from Adams. We're only in the second round here, and a lot of action here. And that's the end of the second round here. In this, the first female bout on tonight's card, Chantel Adams in the red corner, and she is coming up against Shanique Millett from the Ultimate Boxing Gym. Member viewers, if you're now joining us, this is the 2015 Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association National Championships right here at the Cosmic Boxing Gym in Marabella. So we're getting set here for the third round. And Millett comes in there. Millett coming in there a bit more purposeful here in the third round. And she backs off again. Adams, a right from Millett. Now Adams seems to be slacking off, but the corner of Millet seems to be having an issue with the referee as Adams continue to throw a number. And another standing 8 count there for Millet. Millet definitely is exhausted. Definitely is exhausted. And she seems a bit uncomfortable for some reason, but comes back nicely. They're throwing two shots there, left hand and right hand. Millet on the other hand, seems to a good right there from Adams. A good right from Adams. And another standing 8 count there for young Millet. And another right from, and I think that's going to be it. That is definitely going to be it there. Great right hand there from Adams. And I think this is the end of this bout here. And Chantel Adams is the new 2015 Women's 60 kg champion. A great performance from Chantel Adams. Now in the sport of boxing, showing good skills, using her jab with great effect there, and definitely a good prospect for female boxing. And Millet will have to at least go back to the drawing board. What I looked at with Millet is throughout the bout, she seemed to be in a little discomfort, and she went actually through the entire 3 rounds there, not looking comfortable whatsoever. So maybe whatever the issue is, maybe hinder her in some way or the other in performing at her best. But take nothing away from Chantel Adams. As I said, great prospect for women's boxing in Trinidad and Tobago. So we await the final decision here. We already know that she is the champion, but we just wait on the ring announcer to make it official. And the winner is received with much applause here from the appreciative audience here, Chantel Adams. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to the Cosmic Gym as we continue with the action in bout number 6. And this is the women's 81 plus kg. And in the red corner, we have one of Trinidad and Tobago top female amateur boxers, Shimmer Taylor. Now, Miss Taylor is a boxer with a vast amount of experience, having competed abroad. And she's coming up against one Martha Rodney. We saw Martha on Friday, and Martha definitely gave a good account of herself. How she's going to perform here against a boxer in the class of Shimmer is going to be very, very well to see. And we already see here Shimmer putting on some, and I think the power of Shimmer is definitely showing here in the first round. And no more for Martha Rodney. And I think this is the fastest and easiest win in Shimmer Taylor's career. Not even a good, yes, this is the fastest knockout of the tournament. And Shimmer Taylor, not even building a sweat, is crowned the women's 81 kg 2015 national champion. So Martha Rodney stepping up here, but meeting a boxer of Shimmer Taylor caliber could not withstand the punches coming from Shimmer. So as we go to the center of the ring, it's just a formality because we know that Shimmer Taylor is the champion here, stopping Martha Rodney. As we continue with the action here, we have the 52 kg youth category. We have Kevin Madu from the Cosmic Boxing Gym. He's coming out from he's coming in the red corner. And we have Akmal Stroud from Magic Boxing Gym. Akmal, a young boxer who has shown tremendous progress through his career, has been around for quite a while. And I am certain that young Madu is going to have his hands filled here because Stroud has a number of bouts under his belt. And we have seen Stroud in the past giving a very good count of himself. Madu, on the other hand, I think this is going to be his first major outing, and he's going to be up against one of the better amateur boxers that is around. That's Akmal Stroud. So, referee Linus Brown is in the middle, and that's the start. And already we see Stroud with a unique style of boxing, using that jab. Madu guard held up high, left from the gloves of Stroud. A looping right there from Madu, not connecting. So a lot of movement, and Stroud walking in there to a left hand. So far Madu looking okay. A right from Stroud. Madu trying to throw a right there, but Madu is there was a stoppage here because the mouth guard of Stroud came off there, but Madu definitely seems confident. Walks into a lot of movement and Stroud backs Madu up against the rope, and Madu stands there and taking some bombs to the midsection. A left hand from Stroud. Looping right there from Madu. A left from Stroud. Madu left hand there, glancing off the head of Stroud. A right from Stroud, a left from Stroud. The second time there we see the mouth guard of Stroud coming out. So referee Linus Brown warning Stroud the second time. So Madu needs to get off the rope because he's been connected there. And some good lefts and rights and some heavy punches thrown by Stroud. So that's the end of the first round here. A round definitely that could have gone to young Ahmad Stroud here. But Madu giving a good account of himself, standing toe-to-toe with Ahmad Stroud, taking some of Stroud punches, and it's definitely, and he decides to stand in his corner, showing no effects of the punches thrown by Stroud so far. That's the bell to indicate the start of the second round. Madu getting in one of his rare punches there. So again, we see in there a lot of movement there by Madu. A looping left from and a left and a right from Stroud, and Stroud punches are hitting the target. He's been warned there for a straight jab. See Madu there wrenching there. A right from Stroud. A right from Stroud. Stroud backs off. Right from Madu. A left and a right from Stroud. Stroud to the body section, to the midsection. But most of his punches are being. But most of the punches there was actually being blocked on the arm there, but still given the standing 8 count. Again, Madu back up against the. Madu decides to get on the rope, and I think this bout is going to end here. So another standing 8 count there for, and that is the end of the round. That is the end of the bout, and Ahmad Stroud is the 52 kg champion here with a brilliant performance over young Kevin Madu. Well, both boxers are in the middle of the ring, and the results are in. Ahmad Stroud, the 2015 52 kg youth national champion.